These are the absolute top 5 tips for mastering Chopin's Ocean Etude Opus 25, number 12. And in case you haven't seen it, I made a pretty cool video. Here's a little snippet right here. My favorite video I've made so far. You should, check it out. Tip number 1. It requires a lot of strength and endurance to play the entire Ocean Etude, especially if you're playing the entire Opus 25 set. So I strongly recommend practicing it almost as loud as possible. It's not going to be incredibly musical, but it will give you strength and a lot of endurance, which you do need. My second tip would be to play it every single day. Don't miss a day. It's not the hardest etude in the world. It's not like Opus 10 number 2 or Opus 25 number 6, but it's still very challenging. Practice it every day. Tip number 3, the crossovers or the cross unders are probably the trickiest thing about this etude. So you need to find a way to practice those to make them much better. This is how you do that. So this is the cross under that I'm referring to. So the way to practice that is play in slow motion just as you're about to get to the cross under, and then move as fast as you can to prepare your next finger. Tip number 4, sound quality is really important, especially in the main melody. So to work on this, I recommend practicing like this. So how do you get really beautiful sound quality on that melody? Well, you need to be relaxed. Your elbows, your arms cannot be stiff. You often want to do actually circles. So I use circles a lot to stay relaxed as well as to improve my sound quality. A lot of people I see play this, they just kind of slam their thumb into that melody. It's a pretty ugly sound to do that. So I always recommend touching the keys before you play and then playing with your full body, not just slamming your finger into the key. And also, just remember, the slower that you can play into the key, but with body weight in a falling motion versus pushing, the more beautiful your sound can be. So I would practice it like this, the Ocean Etude, to improve your melodic, your melody sound. So fall. Touch the next melody note. Just takes a little bit of extra time to have beautiful sound. Fall, elbow circle. Fall, touch. Tip number 5 to help you to master the Ocean Etude. I call this exercise the infinity exercise because it has a similar shape to the mathematical symbol infinity. And I'll show you exactly what that is. So basically in the Ocean Etude, what you're doing is you're actually putting a lot of different circles together, right? So that cross under, cross over, the easiest way to play them is not necessarily straight. It's actually easier to play them with little circles. So this exercise will help you to perfect that circle. And as I told you already, it's called the infinity exercise. So like this. So as the right goes under, the left goes over. And I'll show you as to how that pertains to the Ocean Etude. So those are my 5 tips to help you master the Chopin Ocean Etude. Let me know what you think if you have any other suggestions. And I'm assuming after you've used those tips, it will probably sound like this.